Hello friends, welcome to another day on your 30-day commit challenge. Like I've said before, if you're just finding this video as a standalone video looking for yoga for flexibility, because today's word is flex, then I really recommend that you get involved in the whole challenge, or you just dive into my whole library of classes here on YouTube and really immerse yourself in those. Today's practice is a short and sweet one. We're going to be moving through what it feels like to be in both active and passive variations of different asanas. And as you know, if you've practiced with me before, I am a huge believer, because ultimately anyone that's sharing yoga with you should be, that yoga doesn't just start and end here on the mat. It's about the mindset and the version of us that we carry off the mat as well. And so when we think of that word flex, yes, okay, we're going to come into this beautiful flexibility, this active, passive movement on the mat, but where can we be more flexible in our lives? Where can we be more flexible in our minds, in our hearts, and in our energy? And that's a little bit of food for thought for you when you leave the mat today. So we're going to get on into it. I recommend having 2 blocks. It doesn't matter if you haven't got 2 blocks, but it will just might help you a little bit with a bit of support. If you've got one, then great. And just pop them to one side to begin with. We're just going to come down to a kneeling position. You can be over a bolster if you'd like to be. Close down your eyes. And just settle and ground here. Maybe with a couple of big releasing breaths in through the nose. And letting it go. And again, breathing in. And letting it go, just grounding here. Going to take an inhale, sweep the arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, elbows come down, cactus the arms, heart lifts up to the sky. Inhale, reach the arms up, neutralize the spine. And then exhale, elbows down, heart lifts. 2 more like that. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale. And 1 more time, breathing in. And exhale, releasing the arms behind you, interlace the hands behind the back. Take an inhale, drawing those knuckles down towards the earth, heart lifts. 1 more breath here. And then coming all the way up to a high kneeling position, release the arms. Now we're going to isolate the movement through the shoulders here. So just the arms moving with the shoulders, staying really strong through this lower body. Inhale, arms reach up. You're going to have to find that rotation through the shoulders as the elbows come down. And then you're going to bring the palms facing behind you as you inhale. Lift the arms up as high as you can behind you, and then release them down. Inhale, arms reach up in front. Exhale, bringing them all the way around behind you. Palms facing behind. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. 1 more time like that. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, circle them round behind you. Palms facing behind. Inhale. And then exhale. And then just shake through those arms. Ooh, big fan of a good old shake out. So from here, if you have icky knees, like the word icky, then you can place a blanket down underneath the knees just to have a bit of support. You're going to place this right leg forward. So we're finding a lunge here. Bring the hands to the hips. Finding length through the spine. So just being aware of this almost like 90-90 position. And then allowing yourself to drop down into that lunge without using the hands here, because I want you to stay partially, well, I want you to stay active here. I say partially active. To be passive would be just to releasing down, to be sinking into the joints. So I want us to stay lifted. Find another inhale here. And then exhale, shift the hips back, finding a half split. Again, if you can keep the hands to the hips, beautiful. If not, taking them down. Find an inhale as you come forwards. Exhale, take it back. 2 more like that. Inhale, coming forwards. Exhale back. Again, inhale forwards. And then exhale back. This time coming forwards again, bring the hands to the inside of that right foot and you can heel toe that right foot open. Finding some movement here in your lizard, and you could take some hip circles, make it feel really, really big and juicy here. And then option to tuck under back toes, lift the back knee. Either find your active lizard here, just with that right leg hugging into the right shoulder, or walk the arms forwards. Get low here, finding 3 big deep breaths. And again. And then walking those hands in, pressing through the hands, step that right foot all the way back to your downward facing dog. And spend some time pedaling out through the feet, maybe a shake, a nod of the head. Finding some movement here in your downward facing dog. Staying on the right leg. Inhale, right leg reaches up to the sky. Draw that right knee towards the right elbow and then place right knee down. So we're finding an active pigeon. This is where you might want your blocks. So lifting the chest and having this nice active lifted pigeon. Option if you don't need the blocks, you're going to reach the arms all the way up and then you're going to take the right hand down behind you and then reach the left arm around, getting a little clasp here. Just an option here. You do not have to be in this. You can be supporting yourself, finding one more breath. And then releasing hands all the way down, push through the hands, and then wriggle that right leg forwards into your more passive variation of your pigeon. And we'll undulate a few breaths here through the spine. Take an inhale as you lift the chest. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold, and just hold down here 2 breaths. And then lifting all the way up, press through those hands. You're going to tuck under the back toes and just push yourself back through a plank position or anywhere that feels comfortable. You could be in a downward facing dog so that we can step that left foot forwards, drop the back knee down, lift the chest. And again, just hands to the hips here for a moment while you settle in here. And then when we're ready, we'll inhale as we lower down towards the lunge. And we'll exhale it back, Ardha Hanumanasana, that half split. Inhale, shift forwards, lift. Exhale. Inhaling forwards. Exhale. Last time, inhale forwards. Exhale, amazing. Bringing it all the way forwards now. Hands can come down to the inside of that left foot. And we can have a little sway around here through those hips. Now, tucking the toes under, lifting the back knee. Same again, option here to keep that left leg hugged into the left arm or starting to walk the arms all the way forwards. Taking 2 more deep breaths here. And then hands walk back. Grounding through the hands, step it all the way back, finding your downward facing dog. Again, a little wiggle. And then inhale, left leg all the way up to the sky. Left knee comes towards the left elbow. And we lower that knee down, finding our active pigeon variation option of hands to blocks. we reach the arms up. This time it's left hand traveling down the spine, right arm reaching around behind you, just finding that point. It doesn't matter if you can't reach the bind. Taking one more breath. And then release those hands down, press through the hands as you then bring yourself down into your pigeon. 3 undulating breaths with then 2 holds. Take an inhale as we lift. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, holding here. Last breath here. And then lifting the chest. Ground down through the hands, tuck under the back toes, push yourself back through a plank, and then wave yourself all the way back to a downward facing dog. Take a releasing breath, inhale. Sighing it out. And then we're going to walk the feet roughly to the middle of the mat, but with the feet out the outside edges, and then toes are going to face outwards. We're going to lower the bottom down to Malasana, our yogic squat. Going to bring the hands to the heart space and push ourselves all the way up to standing. We're just going to do 5 little squats here. You can come all the way down. So we're going to inhale here, exhale down, and release the hands, lift the bum, and come all the way up, unless you can push yourself all the way up, staying in that squat. Bringing it down, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Lifting up. And then last one. And then bring it all the way up. Take an inhale, reach the arms high up to the sky. Exhale those hands around behind you, interlace the hands. You're going to have those feet facing forwards now, feet wider than hip width. Take an inhale as you lengthen. Exhale, fold here, just allowing those arms to drop over behind you. If that feels too much, you can just hang down in a normal fold. Have a softening through the knees if you want. Last breath. And then coming up on an inhale to your fingertips. Exhale those hands to the hips. Inhale as you come to standing. And then shake it out. And you are done, my friends. Well done. Just a short and sweet practice. And do not forget that it's when you leave the mat, the yoga continues. Where can I find more flexibility in my life, not just in my movement practice? Thank you so much for being here. I am Cat Meffan, and this was wonderful. And I hope that you join me for many, many more. Come on over to Soul Sanctuary because it's a beautiful place to be. It's an app, desktop. We've got everything going on. I look forward to seeing you there. Bye-bye.